How do we use clay? What is clay actually useful for, and what are we supposed to do with it? Um, I'm going to answer that in this video because teams often ask me, uh, how can we use this clay thing? We know that it's good for enrichment and whatnot, and we know it connects with our CRM, but how do we actually put this into motion? So I'm going to outline where it's useful, where other tools are more useful, and kind of how clay fits in my GTM workflow. So let's get into that. Um, the real pain here isn't we need clay. The real thing is that you need to understand where to use it and where it's most useful. So things like stale lists, outbound lists go stale fast, but before reps even start dialing, the person doesn't even work at the company anymore, for example. Untrusted CRM data. Is your marketing team like running marketing campaigns where your bounce rates are high because people aren't actually working at the company anymore, or you don't have the right email address anymore, or people maybe don't even work at the company? No priority signals like your sales team. We don't know who's worth reaching out to right now, with the keyword being, of course, right now. Risky AI personalization, right? AI personalization feels risky because we can't see the proof. And so I'm gonna reference some other tools later that are going to be helpful for this kind of thing. And we have a lot of tools, but not a clear operating system or procedure to tie everything together. And so Clay can help with some of this, and it shouldn't be forced to try to solve all of this, though. So let's get into a simple framework for understanding Clay and how it might fit in for your workflow. So Clay is really excelling at row level, a column level work. So enrich this account, find people at this company, clean the CRM record, etc. And so, what we can do is typically with clients, we map the total addressable market, the TAM, as we call it. And so we start from there, and then we start to qualify or prioritize accounts. And then we can use Clay for the enriching, the cleaning, finding triggers, relevant triggers, and things like that. Also, we do a lot of CRM enrichments, so keeping your CRM data up to date, making sure that every contact in your CRM is associated with an account, making sure that the contacts that you prioritize, the people that you really want to keep track of. For example, you want to track when they're changing their roles or changing jobs. You can track that via Clay as well. And so you can directly integrate your CRM with Clay and update records, update accounts, and make sure your CRM data is updated. It's really great for marketing and sales teams. If you want to run marketing campaigns, for instance, and you want to make sure the data is solid on solid ground, it's great for that too. And so, what's the sort of working process model, mental model? And this is basically it. So the classic outbound use case here, this doesn't apply to everybody, but this is pretty typical. And so, you define the targets, you start with target accounts and niches and roles. And so Clay has a nice sort of Apollo-like feature, Zoom Inflow-like feature, where you can actually enter your criteria into the search filters and pull a list of accounts or people directly within Clay. So that's great. We can qualify those accounts as well, figure out which accounts are actually worth working with. And so what I like to do is set up like little deterministic formula columns to say, hey, are they US based, right? You can set up a column for that. And if it's yes, then it gets a check box. You can say, are they between 50 and 5,000 in terms of employee size? Yes. And you can sort of build this matrix of qualifications, and at the end you can have a final a column that basically says, based on all of those previous qualifications, is this account actually qualified? And then once you know the account is qualified and you've set that up, you can actually find people, decision makers who work at those companies. And as you notice, it goes in this particular order because you wouldn't want to spend the credits and the time finding decision makers at unqualified accounts. So that's why we qualify them up front first. Then we can enrich the data. So we can find the job roles, their emails, their LinkedIn profiles, and further company context. Like we can scrape their website. We can get search engine results page data directly from Google, SERP data. We can go spin off a Clayagent, which is like an AI agent, to go research their competitors. We can get all kinds of company context in the enrich step. So that's really one of the biggest value levers Clay has is here in the enrich data step right there. In addition to that, you can connect to over 150 or something like external data providers and sources via API directly within Clay. You can do waterfall enrichments for emails, phone numbers, and things like that. So it's very powerful, especially on this enriched data piece. And then the reviewed list, you can qualify all the accounts and prepare a nice list for outreach as well. The other use case, the major one, is the CRM enrichment. So it's a little bit less exciting, probably, but very, very valuable. I think companies underestimate the value of having a very up to date, clean CRM when it comes to launching campaigns and things like that. You can figure out, does this person still work at the company? Is the contact attached to the right account? Does each account have 1 to 3 decision makers that we can prioritize? Um, is their role a fit? We can get their LinkedIn information imported into Salesforce, HubSpot, Dynamics 365, that kind of thing. You want that in there. Which records should we prioritize, review, or just skip altogether? So sometimes the workflow should run because a particular thing happened. And so a trigger doesn't necessarily mean we send an email, but it does mean we get alerted to then qualify the trigger, qualify the account, qualify the prospect, and then we can queue it up for taking some type of action that we want to do, some type of GTM motion. So where Clay starts to break is at the sort of overall GTM motion orchestration layer, which is Clay can handle specific triggers. It just that when it comes to sort of monitoring your whole total addressable market for signals and then orchestrating when to reach out and when to prioritize certain accounts, plus comparing those accounts against other accounts and basically deciding who needs attention right now. That's where I like to use tools more like Codex or Claude Code, more orchestration capable tools. So Clay Strengths is on the row level enrichment, the visible structure workflow, CRM cleanup, trigger based reviews, kind of more of a single record by record focus, and the sort of total addressable market or market watch approach that I take often and more so these days is continuous monitoring of the total addressable market, signal history over time. What does that mean? That means that basically we can track the signals that an account out, what indicates that they're in market. We can track that over a 3-month period to 6-month period to 1-year period, and we have all of that data on each of your in your accounts, your dream 1,000 or 100 accounts that you want to track, and we can put together a narrative, a story. We can now put together a reason why we should prioritize them and why it makes sense to reach out right now, which is actually very powerful because the number one problem, you might say, weakness of outbound, it's probably the better term, is reaching out without any, because reaching out when the account doesn't actually need or your solution, or when the problem your solution solves is not currently a top of mind for that particular account, right? That's the number one problem with outbound. It's like you may have written a great email, you may have had all the right signals in it, you may have the copy may be great, but I'm just not looking into getting more understanding of my BI dashboard or whatever. I'm just don't have that problem right now. I'm not looking to smooth my onboarding flow. I'm not looking to whatever it is the solution is. Maybe I was 3 months ago though. So it's not like your targeting was completely off or, your copy was bad or anything like that. It's just like not right now. And so uh, I use Codex and Claude Code to give me that sort of now's the time to reach out because we have this ledger of signals built up over a long period of time that indicates, yes, it is in fact a good time right now. And so, yes, that's how I use it. And that's why we need a little bit more orchestration capable tool set beyond Clay, I feel like, to be able to do that. And so, Clay answers what happened on this particular account. How can we enrich it? add some triggers and sort of do the sort of firmographic stuff. And then market watching basically answers what changed across the market and what matters now to this account. What record of signals has this account sort of given off over the last 3 to 6 months to a year? And based on that, let's prioritize the accounts that give off the most signals. And so basically, we have the raw signals, but signals alone, they're not really enough. Like a company can have news and hiring and job change events, or they visited your website or something like that, or they made a social post. But the hard part is really deciding what it actually means. And so, yes, being able to get the signals is one thing, turning a pile of signals into meaning with as it relates to your solution is another thing. And so we have the raw signals, and then we have the account decision pipeline. You might call it, for lack of a better term, but it's the reason to reach out now, the in developing a story as to why we should prioritize this account right now, and what does it mean. What do all these signals mean with regard to our particular solution? And that's not something that a tool, like really any tool, can give you. That is something that requires a workflow. And so what that means is could be agents. It could be a deterministic steps in between that. But based upon our solution, what we offer, you know, we it's going to be very different from what another agency or what another solutions provider offers. What I'm saying is what these signals are saying and what they mean is going to be very different. That meaning is going to be very different based upon you and your particular offer and what you're selling. And so that's where I like to use Codex and Claude Code to build my own meaning layer, to pull in all of the signals from tools like Clay, from Full Enrich, from Zoom Info, from Apollo, anywhere, to pull them to my orchestration layer, my market watch, um, my monitoring layer, and then derive meaning from that as pertains to my company and my clients' companies. Hopefully, all right. So hopefully that was insightful. Hopefully you can use that and take that. We're going to be talking more about how to build that sort of meaning layer in upcoming videos. So like, subscribe, and definitely subscribe and follow if you like this type of content. And if you want to get in touch with me, there's a link in the description below where you can book some time with me or reach out to me. And thanks so much for watching. It's been Travis. Until next time. Bye bye.